I'm Aaron Gallo.
I'm Marty Hogan.
And I'm Eric Berry.
And we're from the Starfleet Escape podcast. And you're listening to another great Four-Eyed Radio product. For more shows, check out foureyedradio.com.
Hey there, Eric here from Socially Awkward Studios, and this Four-Eyed Radio presentation is being proudly brought to you by Raven Designs, illustration and design that fit your personality. For samples and inquiries, visit ravencruise.com.
And that was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But that video was posted a few years ago.
Yeah, that was 2010.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that. That was great. My cricket phone didn't work either.
No, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Worst service on earth.
It didn't flip or anything. It was like a walkie-talkie.
Oh, yours didn't flip?
No.
Mine flipped.
Yeah. It's that old.
Mine had like
I don't remember.
But it got to the
I've
point,
never
like,
had cricket.
I was just keeping it, I was just like, whatever, coast out with it. I don't care what people think. This is my shitty phone. And then it just got bad to where I was like, I can't even forward a message to anyone. So I was like, I gotta do something. I was like,
I gotta up my technology game.
I had to up it, and I could afford it all the way. Like the whole time I could afford it, a new phone.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, like I'm very simple.
Yeah.
Like I hate texting. Like
What?
I hate it.
I know you called me. That was
calling.
weird.
Yeah.
It's on my phone. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
This guy's a caller. I don't know what to do.
Hate texting. Like
Why?
I'm like hold on, I'll show you. Look at and this is it'll keep building up throughout the day. I think I had 2,500 messages.
2,500?
No, 25.
Oh, 25. I'm like, this is 25.
That gives
Once
me
you get to the
anxiety.
100.
And
Those are
it's not even like group messages or anything.
Oh, God.
It's just people.
That you don't respond to.
If you call me, we can get our conversation done so much faster.
Oh, I know, but texting is so relaxing.
You don't
Remember,
have to deal
so
with
when
people.
cell phones first came out, it was like nights and weekends free, and then, hey, you got text.
Gotta
Good job,
text.
Nance.
Yeah.
Nights and weekends free, and then like texting is like 5 cents a text. It's like, Jesus Christ. Now they should reverse it, where it's like texting nights and weekends free, and then you charge, and then your calls
$15.
is like, you can make as many calls as you want or whatever. 'cause
Yeah.
nobody makes any phone calls.
No.
You just take it out of there.
You just hold it like this.
I don't know. Sit back. Sit back, relax.
Oh, no, I never sit back either. I like to sit up straight.
Gotta
I'm a weird
maintain
dude.
that
Posture, God damn it.
Yeah.
Dude.
He's got
Chappelle makes me feel like a
incredible
piece of shit. Oh, we're recording.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, dude.
I didn't even know.
I think we've been recording. Hey, dudes and dudettes. Thanks for listening. Welcome back for another week of Appropriately Inappropriate. Nancy's here. I'm here. And we have a super special guest that I've been wanting to get in here ever since I met him, named Shapel Lacey. What's up, Shapel?
I'm special.
So tell me about this cricket phone.
Non-existent anymore.
In my closet, I literally have a stack of all my old iPods and phones that
Oh,
are
really?
outdated. I have the first iPod.
Oh,
I
do
show
you
it to
really?
people. I'm like, look at this.
What year was that?
Like 2003, I think?
2003?
Yeah.
It's like an
I have
artifact
all
now.
of them. Yep.
And like MP3 started around, or was
Yeah,
that
I had-
before?
That was before, because I have the shuffle that is an MP3.
Yeah.
I used to wear that
And
shit around my neck.
You used to be able to put like a shitload of songs on it, right?
I got it out not long ago to see if it still works, and it does.
Oh, really?
What songs were on it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
ABBA.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
No, they were hot back then.
I was going a little throwing a little further back.
Oh, really? Oh. Oh, okay.
I know that song "Tipsy." Remember the 1, 2, that
Oh,
song?
yeah.
I know that was on there. That was big.
Everybody
with
in the
my-
club get
Oh,
tipsy.
yeah. Oh, I hate that
I
song.
love that song.
That was like around that time, too.
Yeah.
I remember that.
It's the
I was still
easiest
in high
song in
school.
the world to write.
Yeah.
I walk
know.
it out.
Yeah.
That was my theme song.
I hate rap.
You do, dude. So, I'm not real big into music, though. You love, like, metal and stuff, don't you?
I love
Rock and
if
roll.
it's metal, it has to be like old school metal. It's not none of this newer stuff. I like a lot of grunge. I love the whole like Seattle grunge scene.
Yeah.
I like punk rock, like 80s punk rock.
Top 3 bands.
My top 3 bands.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of hard because I have to go by genres. Okay, top 3 for metal would probably be Pantera, Slayer, and I'll go with Megadeth. Those
All
are
right.
like
Okay, Kevin, name 3 songs from those bands.
I don't know.
I
Enter
could give you
Sandman?
one.
Is that not?
That's Metallica.
I didn't name them. I didn't name them.
I don't know.
Punk rock.
That's the right kind, though. That's
Thanks.
Punk rock probably be Black Flag, Minor Threat, and the Germs. Grunge will probably be Pearl Jam, Nirvana, and Mudhoney, and Goo Goo Dolls.
Oh,
I'm just
wow.
kidding.
Damn it, I got all sides. Hey,
Goo Goo
I have
Dolls.
their CD.
There's one we recognize.
Yeah,
I
Goo
like
Goo Dolls,
music, and I can't remember
Counting
any-
Crows,
Who was that? Oh, Hootie and the Blowfish.
Hootie and the Blowfish.
Yeah, okay. I'm with you now.
They're
No, what's
CD.
weird though is I do like that, like later '90s stuff, like Sugar Ray, Everclear. I can listen
Yeah?
to that stuff too. Yeah. That's
Are you a
not
big
bad.
music guy then?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Big. Well, I would say more in the rock genre than anything else. And rap, no.
What's the best concert you ever been to?
Best concert I've ever been to. Okay, I'll go with best and craziest. Best was probably Foo Fighters. That was back in 2011, and they played like for almost 3 hours. And
Jeez.
they had the same the energy they had when they came on was the same energy they had like throughout their
Yeah.
whole life.
Wonder if they did that the next night.
Right. Just for you, Phoenix.
We got a solid 10 minutes tonight. We really went balls out last night.
Craziest concert was probably Slipknot.
These
that
are
was-
all Billy's
Christ.
music.
That was all. That was back in 2008, and what happened there? Okay, so 2 things. This dude got stabbed.
Oh.
Yeah, and he was in like he didn't get stabbed like in his body. It's more he got stabbed in his arm. And because I remember him running like holding his arm. He was a drunk Native American guy. And you know they can get a little rowdy sometimes when they're drunk. And I don't know what happened. I just saw him running, like holding his arm, like and his blood just coming out.
Oh.
No, second thing that happened that was crazy. So everyone was lighting fires, and security didn't want to. I know security didn't want to like go over there and put out the fires because it was going to start a riot. Because people were like, "You stopping my fire, man? It's Slipknot," you know. and so
Which is my excuse for everything.
yeah, so people were like burning anything, and it got really really bad. Like I luckily I brought a bandana because like they were like just burning styrofoam cups and like
Jesus.
jugs and stuff. You know, like when you burn that stuff, it's just a horrible.
Obviously,
smell.
you had been through this before to bring a bandana.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I go there. I go there. I'm there. Like I'm there. When I'm at these shows, I'm in the pit. I'm up front. I don't care.
Jesus Christ, man. I'm sure everybody around you is like, I ain't fucking with that guy.
Dude, I see like skinhead Nazis at these shows,
Yeah.
like fatty old swastikas on their chest. Oh yeah, I
Like
see
at
it
the
all.
Marilyn
They
Manson
ne-
concert?
Yeah. Exactly. I kid you not. I see this stuff, and like they never bother
Well,
me.
no, I mean, you're into the same music.
Yeah. They're like, oh, all right.
Look at Slipknot bringing
All
hate
right.
away. That's-
Yeah.
You guys wear the same color shoelaces.
Hey,
Right.
once we get out of here, though, man,
Yeah,
I'm
right.
going to fuck you up.
The outside world. But so this dude runs up and tries to put out one of the fires because it was just so bad. And he was like, his girlfriend was like complaining, and I was like, dude, your girlfriend's at a Slipknot concert. Anyway, so he like he stomps it out. Someone runs up, socks this guy in the face, splits his lip right, like
Oh,
his
shit.
top lip
Right in the
between-
middle and the top
right in
lip?
the middle. And dude was like just bleeding.
Yeah,
Face in
pouring
fire.
He's like, I got
Cauterizing.
I was like, yes, you did.
pretty
You
well.
did.
Dude, that got
He was
you
like, I
right
tried
through
to put out the fire, and dude hit me, and I'm here.
Holy
and it was just like,
there. Wowzers,
yeah,
dude.
it was wild. That was the craziest concert I've probably been to.
Do you have, when you go to those, do you go with like the same people, or are you rugged by yourself?
I
or
can
what?
go by myself.
Yeah?
Like I don't have a care in the world. I can go with friends or like but I can go anywhere by myself.
Yeah.
And be comfortably.
Well, just
okay.
a comic lifestyle.
Yeah, I could go. Like I could just. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, I'll just go.
You have to promise to take Kevin to the next Slipknot
Oh
concert.
yeah. If you're ready.
Fuck no, dude, not ready.
You will do great.
Are you serious? I have a child.
dude,
I can't
if
put my
can-
life in
if
danger.
I can survive, you can survive.
No, I can't. buddy.
It's great though. I mean, I love that stuff. Like, And like going to punk rock shows, you know, like those are a little bit, they're a lot smaller.
Yeah.
And like you're like right there with the band, you know. And I went to one recently, and the singer of this punk rock band, he was like, "You guys aren't moving hard enough." He has this beer, open beer can, and he throws it up and kicks it out to the crowd, hits me right in the face, beer all over me.
Delicious.
And I'm standing there trying to be as punk rock as can be, like, yes, move harder, everybody, please. It was just like beer, just like, I don't even drink.
Yeah, but you don't want to bring me those because I'll just be licking your face. Because I do drink.
You're not moving hard enough.
I know how loud his voice is. I can tell you have the
Right in the
potentially
face.
loudest voice ever.
Oh yeah, I did.
Shit, man.
I was just, it was a bummer because I was like, oh my gosh, this didn't happen when I was younger. It didn't, like something like that didn't happen, but like kids are crazier nowadays, so they're just like, what?
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah,
Dude, that's funny.
but it's fun though.
So, if anybody didn't know, Shapel Lacey is a comedian. He's so fucking funny.
I'm alright.
No, dude. Well, so we met at Stand Up Scottsdale just in the middle of a show. Neither one of us were doing anything. We were just there hanging out.
Yeah.
And then the next time I saw Chappelle was at the same club, and you got up in the main room,
Yeah.
and they put you up to do like a feature spot, and dude just fucking crushed it. And I was dying in the
You're
back.
making me blush.
No,
I can't tell.
no, I'm totally serious though. Like, just crushed it. I'm in the back, like, holy shit. He's like nice and cool, and he's funny as hell too. This is bullshit.
You can't have both of those. What are you doing? What are you doing?
No, dude, it was killer refreshing too, because you do, you talk about yourself,
Yeah.
which is badass. Because that's where I want to be. Like, I have spent so long being technical and just writing jokes and saying
Yeah.
them, but nothing about me. And now I'm trying to make that transition of just telling
Yeah.
shit about me.
Yeah.
So that's relatable at least.
You won't
But you're
forget
there,
what you're
dude.
saying.
Yeah,
Talk
yeah.
about
Well,
yourself.
when
Yes.
I see, like, stand up wasn't something that ever crossed my mind.
All right, cool. Because these are
At all.
questions I got for you. So go
Yeah,
with it.
yeah, no, yeah. Like it was never something that crossed my mind. A bunch of friends just thought I was funny, and okay, my first time getting on a stage, I used to live in Louisville, Kentucky, and I would go see my buddies play at this bar. They would do like acoustic covers of songs and stuff, and everyone would go out, and it'd be a fun time. And one night they were playing, they were like, "Chappelle, come up on stage," and I was like, "Okay," and I just started talking, and it was just stuff about me, and people were like laughing, and I was like, "What?" Like, well, why are you laughing at that? That's real stuff. That
But it
hurts.
feels kind of good.
Yeah, but it was cool, it was cool. And after that night, all my friends were like, "Dude, have you ever thought about doing stand-up comedy?" And I was like, "I don't know shit about stand-up comedy. I didn't watch it. Like, I just only comedians I really knew were like, obviously Dave Chappelle, and then I used to watch Eddie Murphy Raw like all the time because I thought that was like hilarious, but like I didn't know stand-up.
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Like the stuff that they did.
Well, yeah, that's the
Yeah.
way that people look at it when you don't want to be in comedy. It's just
Yeah,
funny.
exactly. It was just funny.
Yeah.
It was just a
Once
funny
we
thing.
get to where we're at, it's like we don't watch it for funny.
Yeah.
We're watching it for so many other reasons that then if you make me laugh on top of it, that's when you know, like, that shit is really
yeah.
funny.
Yeah, and what was crazy was I kind of blew people off with that because I was like, I don't know anything about it, and then I kept getting asked like, "Yo, like, are you gonna try that stand up stuff?" And I was like, "Okay, all right, let's give it a shot." So what I did, because I didn't know anything about it, so I studied it for 2 months. I would just watch comedy, just strictly just comedy, like from big names to no names on YouTube, just little stuff. And I just kept watching it for 2 months straight just to see like how everyone, like, okay, this person has this style, this, there's different styles. I realized that. And then I realized, what set, comedians that are, you know, a little bit more successful to ones that are not, was the fact that, you know, the confidence in their stuff and the energy in their set. So I was like, okay, you know, that I can see how that works, you know. And so finally, after 2 months of studying it, I started writing, and I was just like, okay, I was like, I've had some crazy things happen in my life. I was like, why not talk about it? And I was like, like I took shitty things and made them
Found the funny in it.
And just made it great, I guess,
Yeah,
if you will.
for sure.
And I kind of learned that from punk rock.
Yeah?
Yeah, because punk rock is like, like a lot of punk rockers come from like a crazy background, and so it's just like we take shitty things and make it great.
That's true, dude. That's cool. I've never thought of that correlation. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so let's keep working chronologically here with comedy,
Okay.
and then we'll go to Nancy's favorite subject, which you already know. It's coming.
What is it? I'll wait.
It's about you, dude.
Oh.
Midgets. I'm into midgets. There, everyone. I've blown it.
I was like, what? Okay.
He's not a midget.
So, okay, you're in Louisville. First open mic out there?
Yeah, I did my first open mic out
Is
there.
it? I haven't done Louisville. Anything in there? Is it a big comedy kind of town?
I didn't stay there long enough to do it. Like once I did one show out there, and then I was like, all right.
Okay.
You
So
know.
go from there. So you do the one thing out there. How did it go?
I did the one thing out there, and I dropped out of college because I was like, I like this better.
No way.
I dropped right out of college.
After your first open mic?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
Woo!
That makes Kevin
Ballsy,
so proud
dude.
for
But
some
But it wasn't
reason.
like
Oh, so proud.
it was like a build up of things, you know.
He's all in.
Like
Failing, getting kicked out.
Yeah. But like, honestly, I was thinking about it when I was in school. Like, I was already thinking about it. Stand up just kind of happened to be like, hey, do this. You
Yeah.
know, like kind of tap me on the shoulder, like, hey, you should come do this. You know, because I had my feelings about school that I was honestly just going just because like I wanted to make my family proud,
Yeah.
you know, and stuff like that. But I did not care about it at all. And honestly, dude, and like I think of like I'm just so for people that I think about people a lot. And I was just like, you know, there's kids that were trying to get into school and can't, and I'm sitting here wasting, you know, not only my time but everyone else's time. And you know, there's kids that could be in my seat right now. So I was just like, let's go do stand up.
This guy, selfless.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give up my seat in class and then take somebody else's career in comedy. So after the show, Shapel will be retiring from comedy.
We give someone else my
Take my time.
time.
Hand over the
You
mic.
know,
I'm booked for the rest of the year. Take them. Take all my time.
yeah. So that's like I was thinking about that, you know, and I was just like, dude, I don't want to be here, you know. These teachers know it.
Yeah.
They can tell when I'm sleeping in class, you know. I was just like, I don't care. you
Okay,
know?
so you bolt from school
Yeah.
after one open mic. Crazy.
Uh-huh.
Did you do real well?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I had a bunch of friends there.
Well, whatever.
But like but what was crazy is when I saw the other people laughing. That's when I was like, oh.
Yeah. Or
was like,
people
man.
coming up to you that you don't know after you're done, and they're like,
that's what was crazy to me. That's when I was like, okay, I can do this.
yeah,
You know, I was like, I can do this.
cool, man. And you can, especially now. So you leave Louisville, you go where?
I come back home to Arizona.
Okay, so this is your home base
This is
out in
my home
Arizona?
base,
Okay.
yeah.
Then what happens?
I started performing at a place out in Scottsdale.
It's okay.
Oh, the comedy spot. And I did like a open mic there.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like I have a really big support system from a lot of people. And I was like, when people found out I was doing stand-up, they were like, wow, that I could see Shapel doing that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what? You guys saw it and I did it? You know? And so I was like, hey, I'm doing an open mic, you know, moving back home, you know, doing an open mic at the comedy spot, you know, come if you want. Everyone came.
Cool.
everyone. Like it was
Like
just
you sold the place out.
yeah. They had to stop letting people in.
No way.
Yeah.
Were
And
you
they were
nervous?
like, "Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah."
I've thrown up in that bathroom because I was so nervous.
Oh
there.
really?
Yeah. I don't know. It was the weirdest thing too because I'm like,
up in that bathroom.
yeah. I showed up and I was like, oh whatever, it's
Were
another
you
show.
nervous? You were nervous for stand up?
Yeah. It was a long time ago, but yeah.
I don't think I've ever
Before
been that
you-
nervous
before-
for anything.
No,
Really?
before you
No.
before you even started doing stand up, like I had been doing this shit for a while.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just randomly I had performed there before.
Yeah.
And just whatever that night I was like I got real nervous right before the show and I went to the bathroom and threw up. I was like, what the hell am I doing? Yeah. And then I went out and I killed because that's what I do.
Oh yeah, that's what I do.
Wait. One thing I forgot to ask. So,
Yeah.
what did your family think about you dropping out of school? And then, did you tell them, "Hey, I'm dropping out of school because I want to be a comic," or what?
They're like, you do what you do. You know, like I
Cool,
said, like
man.
I have a pretty big.
Super supportive.
Oh yeah, pretty big support system. So everyone was just like, yeah, if that's what you like, do that. You know, do that, Chappelle. Like you're Chappelle. Like, that's what a lot of people say to me, and I hate it because I'm like, I don't know what that means. You know, like don't say that. Don't just say Chappelle. Like you're Chappelle. You know, but I mean,
You're a black guy named Chappelle.
I know,
bro.
right?
It's comedy.
You can do
you're
it.
In. You're, comedy
You're in.
gold.
You're in. But yeah,
Don't
like
make the mistake think they're going to see Dave Chappelle, and there you go, man.
I
You got
know.
a sold out house.
you know what's crazy? I've never had anyone say anything about that. Like of all-
Just me. I feel like an
Yeah.
asshole. All right.
Just
No,
at
I'm talking
first.
about like as far as like comedians say it to me, but as far as like people in the crowd, like when they announce my name
Yeah.
to come up. No,
Well, I mean, you have a last name with it too.
yeah,
So it's not like
Yeah.
welcome to Dave Chappelle. Dave. What? Is he
Yeah.
filling out a report? Last name first?
yeah. I've never had anyone say.
Well,
anything
that's
about that.
cool, dude.
Yeah,
That's very.
yeah. So
cool.
like I said, I've always had like a pretty big support system, and everyone's like, you know what, Chappelle, you're one of those people that just goes for things and you do it.
Fucking cool, man.
I've always, I've always been that way, and a lot of it roots back to punk rock.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That correlation to me is crazy. It's cool to hear about. So you're here, you're doing the comedy spot open mic, sell the place out.
Yeah.
Then what happens?
They asked me to do like, shows like opening up for the comics that were booked for the weekend and stuff like that. And then, I just had to move on because I didn't feel like I was growing there.
Not at all.
So yeah,
We all
yeah.
know why.
Yeah. And so I was just like, and I came at the guy cool, and
Yeah.
but I mean he was a little bitter
Yep.
about it.
Oh, yeah.
So I was just like, okay, you're not God.
It had to hurt him because, dude, he thinks he is.
Yeah. So I was just like, I got in this, because I like it, I enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get in this to do this for one person.
Right. Dude, I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
and we're not going to say his name.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we've said the club.
I don't
Out
know.
of
And I
respect,
know you're
because
gonna
like I
talk
said,
about
Yeah.
I think
Every
about people-
comic that listens to this knows exactly what we're talking
Yeah.
about. And that's fine. For everybody that doesn't, it's not that important.
Yeah, it's really.
Because you're not working for the guy. Okay, so then where do you go? That's all my questions are. Then what? Then where?
I started doing. I did an open mic at Stand Up Scottsdale, and then I started doing a bunch of rooms around the valley, and that's when I was like just getting on the
Start
stage.
getting a groove and hitting.
Yeah,
as much as you can.
yeah. And then I was like, you know what? Let's try LA. I was like, and what was weird is that a lot of people, it's not a lot of people, but people in the comedy scene were kind of like, why would you want to do that? That's weird. Like, and I was like, well, how long have you been doing stand up? I asked this guy, and he was like 15 years. And I was like, you're at the same place.
Yeah.
I was like, when are you going to decide to take the leap?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I was like, it's like he was letting fear get in the way of him doing something great.
Yeah. Or I also
Or what could, could
I
potentially
liken
be.
that. Yeah, I liken that to people that choose a job and they just start working in it. for years, and they get comfortable, and they're like, well, I'm not going to go somewhere else. I'm unhappy, but I'm not going to go somewhere else because this is comfortable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it was. I was just thought that was weird that someone would say that. And I was like, why not try it? That's where a lot of it is. Give it a shot.
Yeah.
Like what you don't know if you don't go.
I like that, dude. I'm gonna make a shirt.
Shapel Lacey, everybody.
Chappelle with an S, though,
Shapel
right?
with an S.
That's the biggest difference.
Yes.
Because when,
Shapel with an S.
Yeah.
when I looked you up today, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that.
Okay, so now you go out to LA, see what you can do. Now LA is super cool. I've talked about it on here just because you can hit up rooms. They're not even comedy clubs. You can just hit up anywhere with a microphone
Every
and do
night.
sets. Yeah, every single night. And you're
night.
not alone. I mean, you run into the same, 50-some people from one place to the next. You'll run into everybody every night. Okay, so the first time you're in LA, you've probably been there before, I don't know, but first time
that was actually my first time in LA. I've been to places in California, but I've been to California a lot, but it was mainly for cheerleading competitions.
All right. That's what we're going to get to.
Yeah,
at the
that's
end.
next. We don't want to talk about that yet.
So I didn't I've always been in hotels.
Yeah.
So I've never really seen California.
Sure, yeah, I didn't have time.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I didn't have time. So my first time really seeing California was when I moved there.
Yeah. So okay, so let's talk about that then. Who do you know or where do you go when you first get out there? And then where's the first place you go to do stand up?
I only knew one person, and that was Chris D'Elia.
That's the one guy you knew?
Yeah. That was the only person I knew.
Well, that's the best guy to know.
Yeah, but I didn't I didn't ask him for much advice because I didn't want it to seem like trying to him trying to get me. I didn't want to give him the vibe of
you're riding off of him.
Yeah. I didn't want that at all. Only thing I ever asked him was hey, what's some rooms to do? When you started, and I just kind of went from there. That was the only thing I asked him, and I just Googled hey, open mic in L.A. And what was crazy is the first open mic I did went horrible.
Yep.
And then right when I got off the stage, I had the biggest smile because I was like, I'm here.
Yeah, dude.
I had the biggest smile because I was just like, dude. Wow. And I was like, I'm here.
When you bomb, I smile afterwards. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't I'm not dude, I hope I bomb every night, but it makes me learn so much about what I just did.
You as a comedian, you have to be comfortable with bombing.
Yeah.
And that's just my opinion. I mean, I don't know if others think that way, but as a comedian, I feel like you have to be comfortable with
comfortable or not afraid.
And not afraid, yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Because I think it sucks to bomb. It's not you're aiming for it. These jokes are so bad, nobody's gonna laugh tonight.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, exactly.
But when it happens, and the craziest thing is, it'll happen with material that works 95% of the time.
I know.
Right? And then all of a sudden it just falls flat. And it's, first of all, you're like, well, the crowd sucks. Maybe.
Yeah.
Not always, maybe. Then you think back on it, and the reason I learned from it is because, well, shit, my delivery wasn't crisp.
Yeah.
I wasn't 100% confident going into it because of what I previously said.
Yeah.
And so that's where it all went wrong.
Yeah.
And then from there, I just lost the crowd. It didn't matter what happened after that. So you learn. And when you get those sets where, you just crush it and kill, and it's awesome. You get off stage dude, I'm not sleeping tonight. I just fucking murdered.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if that continues to happen over and over again, you almost have this feeling of well, shit, I'm not learning from what I'm doing. I'm just going up doing the same thing every time.
Yeah.
It's such a weird feeling.
It really is. It really is. And it's all. I think it's all in your mindset. Honestly, you got to have a really good, mindset going into this. You obviously have to have a tough back. You got to be strong
for sure.
Mentally. Pretty much.
Because let's bring it back to bands. You're a musician. Yeah, you can have a terrible set.
Yeah.
But you can hide behind the music or the other bandmates. It's
Yeah.
not just you. In comedy, dude, there's no music. There's no
You're
nothing.
by yourself.
Yeah, you don't even need the microphone.
You're the Lone Ranger up
Yep.
there on the stage.
It's you and your thoughts. It's
Yeah,
not,
exactly.
nobody else. Well, for some people, most people, nobody else wrote your stuff.
Yeah.
It's you and your thoughts just talking. Like literally, you could throw the mic out and just talk. You don't even need that. We
Yeah.
hide behind that, and it's raw as can
Yeah.
be. You got nowhere to go once
Nope.
you screw up.
No, like, and some people keep trying to, force that
Yeah, dude.
push. Like,
Yeah.
okay, maybe I can get them with this. And it's like, no, you can't.
Once you lose that crowd, man,
Once
it's so
you
hard
lose
to get
them,
it
it's
back.
like, oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, oh, we liked you, but
Yeah, or after tough set, man.
Yeah, I know.
You don't have to tell me, dude.
I know, right? I was up there.
I've had good sets where I've gotten off and I've been so pissed off at it because people laughed. And
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, but it just was horse shit.
Yeah.
Everything I did up there was
Yeah.
wrong.
Yep.
Okay, enough about me. So, first place you do open mic in LA is at?
Sal's Comedy Hole.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Don't you just love that name?
Yeah.
Sal's Comedy
It's like
Hole.
every joke you tell there just goes in this black hole. You'll never
Yeah.
say it again.
Sal's Comedy Hole.
It's where Dave Cook goes to just take jokes. So then, what? You just every night you're trying to get up everywhere.
Yeah, anywhere I could.
That's badass.
If I wasn't working that day, or I was still cheering too,
Yeah.
or like at practice, I was doing something with comedy. Something.
Just the consummate entertainer. He just can't stop entertaining. Okay, so then let's jump a little bit and we'll get to the Comedy Store stuff.
Okay.
Because that place is one of the weirdest places in the world,
Yeah.
but it's super fun. When did you start getting over there?
Okay, so I did an open mic at a place called Ha Ha Cafe
Yep.
in North Hollywood.
Mhm.
And when you sign up for the open mic there, you can put your phone number down, and they just
Yeah.
for potential stuff.
Sure.
Hopefully they don't text you.
Yeah, right.
It's the biggest opportunity.
I know, right?
No, we got you headlining Oddball Fest. I don't return tax.
No, I don't do text.
This is so
You
stupid.
better call me about that. But so yeah, I did open mic there, and then I think it was like I did like 2 of them, and then I got a call from a lady that was producing shows and stuff, and she asked if I wanted to do her show. She was like, "There's going to be some headlining comics on the lineup as well," and I was wondering if you wanted to do it. It was a bringer show.
Okay.
And so I was like, yeah, sure,
Yeah.
I was like,
Which, wait, bringer shows, for everybody that doesn't know, is you can perform as long as you bring people to the show,
yeah,
pretty much.
yeah, which I was perfectly okay with because
Yeah.
Is there a limit? Like, is it at least one person you have to bring, or?
sometimes it's a limit, but
Yeah.
like I
You
don't
don't
think
have to,
Yeah.
but if they're like, tell people, bring people, it's like,
yeah,
Okay.
the more people you bring, the
Better-
sooner you'll go up,
yeah,
the
sooner
more
you go,
time
the
they
better,
might give
yeah, the
you.
better spot they give you
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So, because like if they, if you brought a lot of people and you go up first, your people can potentially leave.
Yeah, they're going to take off.
Yeah, like I saw who I wanted to see.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. All right.
But so I did that. I did this show and crushed it. And the guy that was hosting the show came up to me. He said, "Hey, man, I do a bunch of shows. Give me your email address. I want to put you on some of my shows." And I kind of was just like, "Yeah, whatever."
Right.
Like because I don't like. Whenever I go and do a show or anything like that, I never expect anything from it. I don't expect anything from it at all. I just go there to kick ass on stage and hang out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's all. That's
Yeah.
pretty much my main focus. Like
It's fun
not-
that
it's-
way.
Yeah, it's not to win anything or
Yep.
have a agent see me or anything like that. It's just me going up there and doing what I like to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was like, "Yeah, give me your email." He's like, "I'm 100% going to email you." And I was just like, "This is LA. People probably say this stuff, So
I'm
I was
100%, except the scale's out of 1,000, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like 10%.
exactly. So I was like, "Okay, here's my email. Whatever." And he emailed me back, and he was like, "Hey," he emailed me. I got home that night, and I got an email, like a notification on my phone that I have an email, and I was like, whatever. Probably this guy. So I opened it, and it was that guy. He had a list of shows, and I was like, whoa. He's like, let me know which ones you want to do.
Yeah, fucking all of them.
Yeah, and I saw the Comedy Store, and I was like, what? I was like, I thought this guy was joking.
How many times had you been on stage at that point?
Out in L.A.?
Yeah, I mean, at this point where you get this email,
that happened really quick.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
I moved there November. That happened in January.
Not this past year.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Like
not
4 years ago. Yeah.
No, not 4 years ago.
3? 2?
Wait, what was the question?
When you got this email, not from me, when you got the email from the guy about all the shows.
Yeah.
Okay, how long had you been doing stand-up when you then get this offer to do all these shows?
I was just about to hit 3 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just about to hit 3 years.
So then, yeah, it was pretty recent then, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I just hit 4.
Yep. Okay. All right, we're on board.
Yeah.
Just got to get back to this time thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get all these schedules for shows, and what do?
I do them.
All of them?
I do them, yeah.
That's awesome.
He was emailing me all the time, and hey, I got some more shows this month. Which ones you want to do? I was like, I'll do I'll do these ones. And he's like, okay, cool. And I was just doing them and kicking ass.
Yeah, dude. How long are you getting on stage?
I was with those shows. It was like 8.
Yeah, 8.
Doing
10.
like 8. Yeah.
And so this guy, is he like a booking agent?
No.
He's just a putting show together guy, like a producer of shows?
Yeah, producer of shows.
Oh. So the comedy
Nothing fancy, but I was excited.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I was totally like, happy.
Of course. And you're killing it,
Yeah.
right? So the Comedy Store is this weird place in LA on Sunset, and we talk. So you've got like the Hollywood Improv, Laugh Factory, and then the Comedy Store, and they're all within like 5 minutes of each other, which is awesome because those are 3 major comedy clubs.
Yeah.
And they're right by each other. So you can hit those 3 in one night, literally be like, dude, I just did 3 clubs that people die to get into. I did them in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
The Comedy Store has 3 rooms. So you got the original room, the main room, and the belly room. And it's just a weird, creepy place. Like
it's weird, like so weird. But man, there's just something about it that makes you love it.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
There's just something about it that just gives you this like. I think for me, it's the sense of like, man, like I'm touching the same stage that a lot of greats have touched.
Oh,
That's how I think of it. That's like it's like, man, this place looks so like, crazy.
Yeah.
But
dude, when I was in LA, the first one I did was the Laugh Factory, and that became like my home club out there. But the first time I went up, I'm standing up on the stage holding the microphone, and I literally took like 10 seconds because I'm just looking down at the ground at my feet. I'm like, holy shit, dude, I'm fucking here.
Yeah.
Where all these people have done comedy, and now I get to do it?
Yeah.
Who the fuck am I? Why am I standing
Yeah.
here? It was surreal.
Yeah.
And then quickly you're like, oh shit, but there's people in front of me. I gotta talk.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, back to.
Will someone take a picture of my feet?
Yeah. What did it say?
Did you ever do the open mic at the Laugh Factory?
No, I never did that.
Oh, dude, you lucked out. It's so stressful. It's super, super stressful.
That's what I hear.
They take like 12 or 15 people. You have to sign up. And I think it starts at 6, but the sign up is like at 4.
Yeah.
So people are there at like 12.
Yeah, you stand in that line.
Yeah. And people are so stupid. They stand in the line. All you do is count it. And if you're not in that front 12 or 15, dude, just go home or go somewhere else. But so if you get on it, you get 3 minutes, which is not enough time to do anything, really. It has to be squeaky, super clean. If you say anything close to not being clean, they yank you from the stage.
What do you mean, like no swear
If you
words?
hit 3 minutes,
no swear words, like the content of your joke has
Yeah.
to
Really?
be.
Like
Yeah.
knock-knock jokes.
When they told me that, I literally changed up what I was going to say because I had no idea.
Yeah.
And I changed mine to talking about like G.I. Joe toys and how they've changed. Like, and that's all I have time for. I was like, this sucks, dude. This is
Yeah.
horrible. And then I went back a few more times and finally, I got my 3 minutes tightened.
There you go.
So stupid. But 3 minutes, you go up, hey, I'm Kevin. And then you're like,
No, you
damn it,
skip
I'm
all
down
that.
to 2 minutes. I don't know what to do.
Don't introduce yourself. Just start with jokes.
Well, you really should.
You don't have time.
It's
Yeah,
true. The
exactly.
only people in there are the 11 other comedians
with the
that
punchline.
don't give a shit. And
I
the
know, that's
same
so
guy
funny.
has been hosting it every time. He sits right next to the stage with his own microphone. I can't remember his name, but he's the second you say a bad word, just turn the mic off. You're done. And he calls up the
Who
next
is
person.
this guy?
I don't know his name. I
Why?
don't remember. But it was
Okay.
he's done it to me. And actually, the first time he did it to me when I had
She
said
goes,
something.
"Shit."
Yeah, but I was like, dude, the joke is so funny. He's like, get off the stage. I was like, damn it, you guys just missed out on a really
Get
funny
off.
joke. Yeah, I thought I was hot shit.
Hey, what about wait? Can I finish the joke for you?
Totally, dude. I was doing like G.I. Joe jokes, vacuum cleaner jokes. Like,
Yeah.
it was horrifying.
That's funny, man.
So how long? Because you have a funny comedy story
Oh yeah.
that you told me last week. And I was fucking laughing my ass off. Tell it. Just
Okay. So, and mind you, that was the first gig,
Your first comedy store gig.
first comedy store gig. I think that was the first time I ever been down to the comedy store.
Oh, shit. So you're like, this
Yeah.
is what it's like every
Yeah.
time.
Because I would always go watch shows down at the Laugh Factory.
Yeah.
I would always go down there. I didn't realize the comedy store was just like a hop and a skip
Yeah, right.
away.
So isn't that so weird?
Yeah, like just down the
Yeah.
road.
It's like out here.
And
it
then
would
the Hollywood
be,
Improv just
Yeah. It would
the road
literally
as well.
be like if Stand Up Scottsdale and the Comedy Spot were both A clubs where huge
Yeah.
headliners go every single night.
Yeah.
That's what it would be like for people out in Phoenix. Like, I don't know, like Stand Up Live and the Tempe Improv were on the same street. It's like, Jesus Christ, we
Yeah.
can go here tonight and here
Yeah.
for the second show. But even that, the shows aren't run the same. So it's not like, oh, you have a 7:30 and a 9:30 show. It's like, no, this
Yeah.
shit starts at 9 and it goes till 2 in the morning. Show
yeah,
up when
exactly.
you want, which
But,
is awesome.
So this is my first gig. Just get done, and I'm outside talking with Dov Davidoff
I love him.
and Bobby Lee.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It was cool because I didn't realize,
Yeah.
it was just so weird because I was like, yeah, I was in that room,
Yeah.
you're in this room.
I
Like,
could
it's
listen to
like, so
Dov
cool.
talk all day.
Oh yeah,
His
great dude.
Yeah.
Nicest person on earth too,
Yeah.
man. Like he was just so nice. We were just sitting there, talking, and he was like, "Hey, we're going down to the Hollywood Improv, to do some time. You should come hang out." And I was just like, I don't have any money,
Yeah.
to buy a ticket. And he's like, "Dude, you're a comedian." And I was like, "Yeah, I do that too. I do, yeah, Duff, yeah. What was that thing?"
But I still got to go with you guys.
Yeah.
To make sure they know.
Yeah. So he's like, "Dude, just walk in. Trust me, you're good." And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I
Right.
get on stage, I tell jokes. You want to hear one?" But getting ready to leave, to go to the car, and head over to the Hollywood Improv, and there's this drunk guy that just got kicked out. Black guy. He just got kicked out. He was like harassing people at the club, and he just had kicked them out. And him and I happened to walk out at the same time. And then he taps me on my shoulder and goes, "Hey, I know you." And I was like, I'm not sure. I was like, "I don't think you do." And he was like, "No, we went to high school together." And I was like, "I'm not from here." I was like, "I'm from Arizona." He's like, "No, we went to high school together out here, and you wanted to be a sheriff." And I was like, "You got it completely wrong, man." I was like, "You got the wrong guy." First of all, he was already creeping me out because he was wearing a trench coat, and he was wearing a trench coat, and he had tattoos on his face. And for some reason,
Face?
tattoos on anyone's face freaks me out. I don't care how cool you think it is. Like, I don't mind tattoos at all, but on the face, I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
you got drawings on your face. Like, what are you doing? You know.
I think that says somebody just doesn't
Yeah,
give
it's a life
fuck.
choice.
So the guy was pretty messed up. You know,
I love that he wanted to be a sheriff.
Yeah,
It's like, dude, what are we in Tombstone?
right? Exactly.
People want to be police officers now. That's pretty specific.
Yeah, and I was just like, whatever. So the dude's just, still talking to me, and I'm like, okay, just talk it out for 5 seconds, and then run. You know, so he was like, yeah, man, so how you been? I was like, you know what, man, I've been good, and then I was like, boom, I just started running, right?
You should have been like pretended you're going to arrest him.
Right,
like,
exactly. Oh, I should have.
All
I
this
should have
drunken
done that.
behavior.
Did become a sheriff.
I did become a sheriff, but you're drunk in public. But so I start running, right? And I was just like taking off. And I like
Down
I have a
Sunset
I dress down Sunset Boulevard.
Which
I
doesn't
dress
look
in
weird at all.
I dress in a pretty rock and roll style. I wear tight Levi's and I wear like biker boots and stuff like that. And we'll have like a wallet chain or whatever. And so I'm running in this outfit, which is really hard to run in down Sunset. Like my feet aren't like I can't get my long strides in because my jeans are tight. And so
That's what you get.
right? It's like, dang, what I wear these. And so I'm running, and then I turn around to see like if he's like way back there. Dude's running after me. Remember, I told you he's wearing a trench coat. Or he's wearing a trench coat.
Yeah.
And he's got his hands in his pocket while he's running at me, which was just overly
Scary,
creepy.
dude, yeah.
Yes, I was like, "What? What are you doing?"
Yeah.
So I was like, "Man, I'm just gonna turn around and deck this dude in the stomach or in the face or wherever I can hit him, And so I make like a quick right, like into the street. And then I go to turn around to like go swing at him or whatever. He kept running. He ran right past me. He just kept running.
I got a spot at the Improv. I gotta go.
It was like I don't know if I like disappeared in the night for him, but
I could just see like running. His favorite Slipknot song is playing in the background, and he's just like, go, 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 go.
Come on. Chappelle, run faster, faster. Yeah, so like he just, and I was like, man, I'm here. I'm in LA.
Yeah, man, I've made it.
I've made it.
Finally got chased by somebody.
Yeah.
You got that joke where you talk about sliding back into the dark and closing your
Oh
eyes?
yeah.
Mouth, dude, that's what you did. It got you out of trouble.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
I love
Exactly.
That joke, dude. It's so funny.
You know what? Like the thing about that joke is because when I was younger, I used to get so offended when someone called me dark because I didn't think it was true. Because I was like, I'm not dark. I'm pretty light. And I was like, I know, right? Look at you guys laughing because it's like, what the hell? This guy thought he was light. And I was like, man, don't you call me dark? I used to get so mad at people. Like, you dark punk rocker. And I'm like, what? What'd you say to me? Leave me alone. I used to get so mad. And then I realized, like, dude, why did I get mad about that? I was like looking in the mirror one day and I was just like, wow.
I should really turn the light on so I can see.
Right? Like, I was like, I'm dark. I was like, I have to accept that, Everyone sees it. I see it, So whenever, I make a joke about my skin tone, it always, crushes. Because people are already thinking it when I walk on stage.
Yeah.
Because they're like, man, I did not see that guy walk up to the stage.
He just appeared.
He just appeared in the damn light.
Yeah, you do say I'm the floating teeth you've seen floating around.
It's because people look like if you were dark, you would understand this. People just
I'm
look.
way light, bro.
I know, right?
I like people have to wear sunglasses when they have sex with me. It's like, Jesus Christ, man, put your clothes back on. Check my eyes.
I would say I'm clear.
Yeah, I'm clear. But yeah, so when I'm walking around in the club, people like, oh wow, oh, you see that? Do you? I mean, you can barely see it, but there's something there.
There's a floating shirt.
Right? This is a haunted comedy club. Like, what the hell? I know. Every time I do that stuff, it's always gonna people are always gonna love it.
Yeah. So then, okay. So let's get back on track real quick.
Laughing with you, not
Yeah.
at you.
So you do all these shows, real recent. You come back out here to Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I had a brother pass away, and so
Oh, I'm sorry,
yeah,
man. Oh,
yeah,
that was
that's
yesterday. Yeah.
Which I'm comfortable talking about. Like I'm cool with. Like you can ask me questions. Like I don't care, you know. So I had a brother pass away, and I just, you know, caught myself in like a, you know, obviously a big depression, and so I was doing these shows, and you know, I was just on stage, you know, making these people laugh, but I wasn't happy, you know. So it was like. I didn't want to leave. Like I was trying so hard. I was like, because I didn't even want to come back to Arizona just because like this is where me and my brother grew up. You know, it was just too many memories.
Yeah,
you know
for
what I mean?
sure.
And so I was just like, I had to make a decision because I was just like going down. You know, going down, doing these shows on stage, making people laugh, and then I get off the stage and I'm like, dude, I did not care for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so. I had to take a step back, you know. I needed to take a step back. So I decided to come home and just take a break, you know. I was like, I got to a point in time where I didn't, you know, I wasn't doing any comedy, you know, I wasn't even watching it like I, you know, always do because I would go to live shows like all the time. I love going. I still love going, you know, see shows just because I think. Watching live comedy is just so awesome. So I you know, but I needed to fix things, you know, up here, you know, more than, you know, trying to force something to happen.
Yeah.
You know, like I was just like, no, I need to be on stage, you know, but you know, I don't want to lose my, you know, niche, you know, I don't want to do that, you know. So for I want to say how many months. Probably like 6 or 7 months I stopped, you know, and I wasn't even sure if I was going to get back into it, you know, and one day I went and watched this show down at Copper Blues. I was walking by and I was like, hey, it's Tuesday night, you know, because they have the Tuesday night shows, and I was just like, let's just go in, you know, let's just go in and see, and so. I was sitting there watching it, and I was like, dang, I miss it, you know?
Yeah.
And that's when, and I realized that's what I needed. I needed to miss it, and so I was just like, let's get back on the stage. And so my first time back was, I did Copper Blues, and then that weekend I did the Stand Up Scottsdale.
That show that I saw you on?
Yeah.
Was 2 shows back after you took 7 months off?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Why?
It was really good. You're supposed to suck. Come on. Bullshit.
So yeah, when I, you know, and yeah, it just made me like I had to do a lot of thinking, you know, because I was like iffy about even just walking in, and when I did go in, I stood in the back, you know,
Yeah.
I just stood in the back. I didn't really talk to any comics or anything, you know, even though I knew every single comic performing. I was just, you know, I just stood back there and just watched. And then that's when I was like, man, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
You get that itch, dude. It's such a
Yeah.
weird thing knowing that you can do it. So then it's like you see some people and they're funny,
Yeah.
and even when they're really funny, it's like, damn, I gotta do that. I love
Yeah.
that feeling. And when they're not that funny, you're like, I'm better than that fucker.
Oh,
I'll get
yeah.
up there. I should be taking that spot and making people laugh.
Exactly.
Totally, man. I stopped for 7 years.
Yeah.
And so I had this 7-year itch, man, where
Yeah.
I then kept, I never stopped watching it, but it was like I separated myself from it. And then at 7 years, I was like, this is what I'm supposed to do, man. I can't do anything else.
Yeah.
I had so now I'm just jumping up whenever I can.
Yeah. Exactly.
I have a son that lives here. He keeps ruining my life. Just kidding.
You should tell him that.
He lives here. He lives with me. That's one of the dumbest things I ever said. And I say a lot of dumb shit.
He's like my roommate.
He's the worst roommate ever. Just throw shit all over the floor. I have to make
What
him
the heck,
food.
dude? Pick it up.
Who makes their roommate breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Right.
Drop him off everywhere because you'll never have a car. Such a dick, dude. He's such a dick. Makes no money.
Makes no money.
You said a joke one time about having kids is like living in a frat house. He said everything's sticky and you don't know why.
I didn't
That
say
is
that,
so
did
accurate.
I don't remember.
It was your
I don't
joke.
remember. Shit, maybe. Oh, yeah, I know. Okay, I've
No,
written
you
it.
weren't
I wrote
joking.
it. Yeah, I
Because
wrote
it's true.
Yeah.
I've never said it. I've just written it. What is your best day or night of comedy?
What do you mean?
Like, either whether it be just one set that you were that night, like, dude, that was fucking awesome, it was the best night, or
What was
just
one of
hanging
my-
out and you're like, dude, look at this. I'm a comedian, fucking hanging
okay.
out with this. This is the
One
best
of-
night I've ever had in
okay,
comedy.
I got that. Yeah. One of my best sets was at the Comedy Store in the Belly Room, and it was like everything I said. It was just a thunder of laughs, and I was like,
You were even taken back.
yeah, like I did not expect it, you know, and like it was like everything I said. It was just ah.
It's how you say it. Your
Yeah.
delivery, just talking. Is I like it.
I got big hands.
I
Ah!
was going to say you had big hands. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like dying to
You have
ask you
big
if I can like
hands.
put my hand to your hand just to see how much bigger it is.
Like it's like it was like it felt like that. It felt like I was just like I wrote this dumb shit on a piece of paper, and I was like they're laughing at it.
Yeah.
And like they're laughing hysterically at this.
So,
So that was like my best set, and that was like I did 10.
yeah.
10, yeah,
That's so good when you get a sick 10.
yeah. It was
Like
it was a
15,
solid
'cause
10.
It's like, you're
Yeah.
not up there for that long, but when you do it and they're dying laughing, it's like, dude, I just fucking killed it.
Yeah, exactly. It was like
Yeah. Have two questions,
Yeah.
and then, Nancy, you can start getting into your stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know you're dying. One, what is your writing process or creative process?
okay. My creative process. I don't write. I usually think of it up in my head, and then I go, "Okay, let's try it out." If anything, so I don't forget, I'll just go to my notes on like my iPad or my phone, and I'll just write that
I do the same
that subject matter, and then sometimes I can like write on stage.
Yeah.
Like I'll just go, let's talk about this, and then it happens. So like, and the reason why I don't like to write is because when I don't write, I present my stuff in a more natural way. I feel more natural saying it. Whether that's writing it, I can't. You know, it's like, and I learned that when I had a public speaking class in college. First speech I did, I wrote it all out. Horrible. I was like, this sucks. I was like, what? And
I missed a word.
I missed the word. Sorry, folks. And then I was like, screw this. So I just wrote bullet points of what I was going to talk about, and then I was like, hey, this is what this is, blah, blah, blah. And then it just felt more natural to me.
For sure.
Than writing
Yeah. And I agree with you.
Yeah.
If you were given a microphone or a crowd, how much material do you have that you can go up and crush with? How long could you last?
How long could I last?
Yeah.
20.
20 hours?
20 seconds.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Hey, how we doing? All right, that's my time. Thank you guys. Shapel Lacey.
Sorry, guys, they only gave me 20 seconds.
Yeah, probably 20 minutes.
Cool,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
That's perfect.
yeah.
All right, Nance,
All right.
go to your side of the show.
Okay, so
When I told her about this dude, she lost her shit.
I was so
really?
excited. Kevin and I, he always wants to talk about sports. I don't know anything about sports, but I know
Neither do I. I'm like least.
Okay,
I'm like
perfect.
a non-man.
you're
I
in
hate
good
the
hands
both
then. Okay,
Girl
so
talk. We'll do it all day.
That's for another podcast.
so I YouTubed you because that's not creepy at all.
Oh no.
And I couldn't find you at first because I was spelling your name wrong. So I scrolled back through my texts and found the right spelling of your name. And I was going to look at the cheerleading first, but I saw your stand-up, and it was great. I was like,
Those videos are so old.
I know, but it was great.
Okay.
So then I go to the next one. It was like at a gym,
Yeah.
and you're doing flips from there to there. Like, I'm going to say it in cheer terms, I think, fulls, and hold on, I wrote it down. I can't do those. I don't know. You say what twists and what are there? Backflips.
Fulls, double fulls,
Okay.
layouts.
This guy's insane.
tucks.
He
Yeah.
can do flips for fucking days. It was
Yeah.
amazing. You're awesome. You are as good at flips as you are comedy. So,
Get out of here.
Do it.
Do a flip on the stage.
so I thought we could do some cheer moves.
Okay.
Just
What?
kidding. I'm totally
Oh,
kidding.
thank
I was thinking you could throw Kevin and
All
do a
right,
little
Kevin, you
basket
ready?
toss.
Yeah, right.
But if you ever ask a cheerleader, is cheerleading a sport? They are just so defensive. It's a sport. It's a sport.
Yeah.
Every guy that doesn't do cheer says, no, it's not a sport.
Yeah.
So is cheerleading a sport?
You know what? I've actually never cared for that question because I've always just like, I'm like like a lot of cheerleaders do worry about that. Like,
Yeah.
like they want
They
to be
get
seen
really
as a
fired
sport.
up about it.
Yeah, and I'm just like, why don't we just keep doing what we do and everything else will just fall into place?
Well, I
Like,
mean, the competitions and the crowd, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a huge
Yeah,
deal. It's on ESPN. It's
yeah.
on everything.
yeah.
And it's not easy to do. It's
Yeah,
really
it's not.
hard.
It's really not. It's pretty intense stuff. But like as far as like if someone oh, cheerleading's not a sport, I'm like, okay. I was like, I
whatever.
just love doing it, man.
Yeah.
And like I try not to focus on that matter of it and just
Look,
do
you
the
just
sport just to
take
do
the
the
positive
sport.
out of everything. I love it. Okay, and then how did you get into that?
I got into cheerleading because I played. I was in a punk rock band,
Mm-hmm.
and
Wait, playing what?
I played bass and backing vocals in a punk rock band.
What else,
Why not, dude?
What else do you want to do in
Yeah.
life?
Right. I also
Try
gave
it.
birth. I'm just that good.
Taking dreams away from others.
I know, right?
You're incredible.
The guy that wants to give up his seat in class, just taking everybody else's occupations.
I'm not going to tell you anything I'm good at. You'll just steal it from me.
Oh, you're good at that? Oh, let me
I
learn
was.
that.
Well, I went pro 10 years ago. So,
He, just, he just looked at me and just
Yeah.
like took it out. I got it. Okay.
So yeah, I had like the biggest crush on my drummer's sister because she was like the popular girl in school and she did cheerleading
And
and
do what
stuff
it
like
takes.
that. Yeah, and I was just like, oh man, I like her so much. And I was just like this dirty, crusty punk rocker with like a vest that just like had all these patches and studs and cut off T-shirts. And I used to wear these Dickies that I cut up and write band names all over them. And I had these Chuck Taylors that were black but eventually turned brown because I just wore them so much. And I just wrote bands on that too, like everywhere. Like that was me, And I probably smelled bad because my vest just stunk from going to shows and just
It's part of the
being
look.
around. Yeah, it's part of it's part of the whole
Being
thing.
around fires at the
Yeah,
Slipknot concert.
So I was like all about her, and I would go over their house like all the time and like jam out and stuff. And one time they like invited me to like a Bible study, and there was like this open field, and we were like running out to it and like playing, and she started tumbling, and I was like, oh, I know how to do that. And she didn't believe me at first, and I was like, yeah, I do. I was like, watch, and I did some flips for her, and she was like, whoa.
Now she can't do it.
Yeah. And she was
Shapel
like,
took it.
do you want to join cheer with me? And I was like, yeah.
I'll go
And I was like, I don't know anything about cheerleading, didn't know anything of it, didn't know like nothing of it. And I was just like, yeah, And originally I taught myself how to, tumble, is what they call it. I taught myself how to tumble when I was like 7 or 8. I was a big geek for martial art films. And I used to be in my living room like, oh yeah, and then one day I was just like, oh yeah, and I was like, oh.
Like 3 ninjas.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, of course, dude.
Yes.
So I watched it. I set up those cardboard cutouts of athletes around my house, and I would jump kick them until I hit one on the side and got a huge cardboard cut on the bottom of my foot.
You big girl.
Whatever, dude. I wasn't in cheerleading. Who you calling a girl?
Still a man. You still cheered. But yeah, so yeah, like that's how I taught myself how to tumble, and then then I got into cheerleading because of her.
That's a good reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Did you ever date her?
No, I fell in love with cheerleading. Like, okay, I'm a weird dude. Okay, and I'll explain this. Like, I've always been that guy. Like, when I do something, I keep my focus on that, and so, like, I just, like, I haven't been in like many relationships. Most like I've only been in like 2, and they've only lasted like a few months. So they're more like summer flings, if you will.
Okay.
And so, like, I've just never paid attention to that stuff. I never was like into drugs or drinking. I was just like when I started skateboarding, I was just like, I like this. This is what I'm going to do.
Right.
And then when I started, playing guitar, I was like, I like this. This is what I'm going to do. And I just keep my focus to that. And that happened with cheerleading. I was just like, okay, I like this. I'm gonna do this. And so I get on this path where it's just like, I just pay attention to that more than anything else. Like a lot of my friends, they were all about getting girls and trying pot and like how I call it pot.
Yeah, I was like, how old are you?
And drinking and stuff like that. And I was just like, I don't know, I like doing this. I get like, if it doesn't give me a result, I don't like it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes
like
sense.
alcohol and pot and stuff like that.
It gives me a result.
It gives you a result, but not the kind of result that I was looking for.
No. Self-confidence.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
So that once I joined with her, it was just like, okay, her and I are on this team together. Let's kick ass. That became the focus. So.
Huh.
Dude, that's awesome.
And
I saw a picture. Did you cheer for University of Louisville?
Yeah, I did.
That's killer, man.
Yeah.
So at the games and stuff?
Yeah, big old games, man.
Because when you're at University of Louisville, hell yeah.
Yeah, and our basketball team is, the deal.
Was it the, what's the team I'm trying to think of now? Ah, damn it. And I'm the sports guy.
You suck.
Yeah, no, I do.
You suck, University.
See, Kev, you need to think about it, and then
But
you
dude,
need to be good at it.
when I tell you about cheering the games and stuff,
Yeah.
I didn't pay attention to anything that was going on.
Oh, no?
No.
You're at these awesome games, dude.
More so, like I like cheering the basketball games because that's when it's like it's a little bit closer. Whereas like you're in a big old stadium
Yeah.
for
football
football,
games.
so it's kind of like and like it's not as like consistent as like basketball is as far as like
Yeah. Did you
playing.
get a scholarship?
No,
Ah,
I was doing all that on my own.
dude, that's awesome.
Yeah,
It's even better.
yeah. So,
Fuck.
so
And
yeah.
you just stopped? Like
Yeah.
recently? Or are you still going?
Stop cheer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's got to be hard.
No.
Well, if
Really?
you walk into a gym, you might see it, and you'll be like, now I want to
I
do
mean,
that.
I still coach it.
Where
Oh,
do
you
you
do?
coach, or do you have to say?
Oh, I coach out in what is that, Mesa?
Mesa,
Gilbert?
there's a big
Gilbert,
cheer
yeah.
community out
Yeah,
there.
yeah. So yeah, it's a nice area. It's like there's, and I like working with kids because like when I was a kid, there was just so many people that helped me and gave to me that I was just like, with coaching, I think of it like in the same kind of matter. Like it's like, hey, I was that kid once. I like helping that. Like so.
Yeah.
Don't you?
I'm serious, dude.
I know you're serious, but I just feel weird telling people that because like I don't know how people think of
Nah,
things.
dude.
I think in a weird way, But
I get it.
It
You
was just
haven't
like,
met my kids, that's why.
yeah,
I took them to cheer maybe a year ago, and I'm like, they're going to love it because, they're
Yeah.
girls. Why wouldn't they?
yeah.
I came back 2 hours later. They were both sitting on the side of the room the whole time I was gone. It's
Oh, really?
like, wow, they're not
They're not
interested.
following
Not
in mom's
interested.
footsteps.
No, they like dance.
Uh-huh.
I thought they'd like gymnastics because it's so fun.
Yeah.
One of them's really strong. I just thought she'd be great at it. She
Yeah,
was like, no,
so no.
I don't care.
No.
I can't force them to do anything.
Yeah.
That's what you think. Sorry. I've said too much.
Love him. I don't know why, but they love him. They're the shyest kids in the world, and
Yeah.
they love Kevin.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so-
there's good things about you. I don't care what everybody else
Yeah, that
says.
the kids like. Ages 5 to 9. What's up, lady?
What's up, ladies? Still got it.
He's on their cheer
Got it.
team.
All right. I know, right?
Got to meet the ladies.
Yeah. So I like. I don't know. I like coaching it still. So like I have fun doing it. So.
Dude, that's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is.
Like, is there anything else you're good at?
Let's see.
He hasn't tried it yet. He doesn't know.
Yeah, an interview.
like
It was a good interview.
Yeah.
yeah, like,
Shit.
I don't know. Like I'm really aware of my abilities.
Yeah.
And it's all on things I have an interest for. Like that's all it is. Like people are like, oh, you get good so quick at things, and it's only because like I put a lot of time into it, and that's like my focus, and like I don't let anything distract me from it. So that's the only reason why I get good at things pretty quick. You know, not saying I'm like some badass, but like if you like.
He's a minor threat.
Yeah, I'm a minor threat. If you put me on a football field, like I can run,
Yeah.
Like if you gave me the ball, like if you said, "Hey, here's the ball, go run," I could do that. But if you try to throw me that damn thing, I'm like, get out of here. I'm like, I get so pissed because I'm trying to catch this stupid ball. And I'm like, I don't like it, coach. I don't like it at all. Like I was that kid in PE. Like I was like, no, why do I need to do a lot of push-ups for you?
Kid that asks why.
Yeah, like why do I have to do a lot of
that.
sit-ups? I was like, I was too punk rock for anything. I was like, coach, I don't want to do freaking a lot of push-ups for a stupid test. I don't want to run the mile. Like, what do I want to do that for? Huh?
Running
Yeah.
the mile.
Yeah, like
Did you
what?
get in trouble at
listen to
school when
this.
you were a kid?
Yeah.
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 I can tell.
It's just
You're delightful, though.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, like, I think about all that stuff now. You know, obviously I've learned from it, and I'm like, man, why did I do that? You know, that was, mean of me. You know, I shouldn't have done that.
Every now
you're
and
a
then
kid.
I look
Yeah.
back and I feel bad about how I treated teachers.
Like
And I was a
there
good
was
kid.
one time I got in a fight with the teachers, and
Fist fight?
this was high school. I was swinging at them. And
At them?
Yeah.
Multiple. Go on.
Yeah,
Dude. This story's awesome. What a headline.
Okay, so I just started high school. You know, at first, and my junior high went 7th through 9th,
Okay.
and I didn't pass anything, and they're like, you're still a freshman. You know, you're still in 9th grade.
Okay.
And so instead of keeping me at the junior high, they sent me to high school thinking that they would toughen me up.
It'll work itself
yeah,
out.
he's gonna get it from everybody in high school. And I'm like yeah, whatever. And so I have that punk rock mentality. Like I don't care what you say. I don't care about you. I'm probably not gonna like you, but whatever. So there's this kid that kept picking on me, you know, because me being a black guy, the school was predominantly black and Mexican, you know, and stuff like that. And
In
so
Arizona?
yeah,
Where?
Mesa.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, in Mesa, and this kid kept, picking at me, like making fun of me for being this black guy that, listens to punk rock. You know, as soon as kids saw me on campus, like the first day, they were like, "Whoa, this guy's different." You know, like this.
This is
guy,
like a white guy.
yeah,
Let's
like-
kick the shit out of him.
Yeah. So he kept calling me this name. What was it? A wankster? Like I don't
Was
know,
he white that was picking
Mexican?
on you?
He was
Oh.
a Mexican guy, and he kept calling me that. And
From 50 Cent's
and
album.
Yeah, and he just kept doing that.
Oh, okay. I don't
And,
see that.
like I let it pass because I was just like, this guy's just probably, he's
Yeah.
probably just messing with me,
Yeah.
But man, it would like he would point out to his buddies out as I was walking up and like, look at this guy, like freaking wankster, and I was just kind of like, man, why does that guy keep saying that to me, And finally, I was just like, if he says it one more time, man, I'm just gonna go berserk. And so he said it to me. We were at lunch,
Yeah.
and everybody's outside. So he said that to me. He's like, freaking wankster, dude. Like you're not real. And I'm like, what? And so I took off my backpack and I said,
I thought he was going to say he ripped open his
No,
shirt
yeah,
from the
yeah.
front.
no, I took off my
That's the way
backpack.
it
Superman. So I took off my backpack and I threw it down. I was like, dude, do you want to do this? I was like, because I was like, dude, I'll kick your ass. I was like, you've been saying this to me for quite some time now, and I don't appreciate it. And
So proper in
I
his
know he's so
delivery.
nice
and
about
then
it.
he threw his folder down, and I was like, all right. And I used to do this thing when I get in a fight where I would like hit my head like that.
Just to mess with their minds.
Yeah, I would like hit my head like that, and then I would get like this song in my head, this Black Flag. It was by Black Flag, a song called "Nervous Breakdown." It's just talking about having just going berserk, like is what the song's talking about, basically. And so I was like, you know, I got amped up and I'm getting ready to fight. And my brother, he was a football player, and so all of his football buddies were right there because they knew this guy. And I went after the dude, and someone pulls me, right? So someone pulls me, and that's when I got mad because someone was holding me. And I was like trying to get this person off of me, and everyone was like trying to like grab me, like, Shapel, calm down, you know, calm down, dude. It's all right, you know, we can work it out. And I was like, no, I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah, dude,
you know,
you're in Hulk mode.
And so
I love his
all the
yell voice.
teachers are coming from the teachers' lounge at this point. So these teachers are walking up, seeing this kid get rowdy, you know, seeing me get rowdy and like, you know, swinging at my brother's, you know, football buddies, you know, trying to get them to like get off of me so I can, you know, annihilate this guy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and these teachers are coming out and they told those guys to back up. We got it from here, and they started grabbing me. And so once they started grabbing me, I pushed one, and they were like coming at me, and I was like swinging at them, but they were like, you know, like whoa, whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
like, and I was in this mode of like, you know, pure rage, and so all these teachers are, you know, trying to get a hold of me, and then my brother saw these teachers like coming at me. He's like, what? He's like, that's my brother. He picks up a trash can. Brother picks up a trash can, throws it their way, throws it towards us because
So now they got the Lacey boys.
yeah. So he picks up the trash can, throws it over, and like just started going crazy. So his football buddies, grab him, and they put my brother in the room. And then all of a sudden, our principal, he was a pretty buff guy, and he comes up and slams me against the wall. And I like push at him, right? I push at this guy, and he's like, I don't want to have to do this, son. And he slammed me back again. And then the security guard was like, do I need to mace him?
Oh, that was before tasers.
Yeah, I was like, if you mace me, I swear I will sock you in the face. And I don't care how bad my eyes hurt, but I will sock you. I will punch you in the face.
Shapel rationalizes everything.
And then it was a girl security guard. I was like, I'll punch you, and I don't care, you know. And so
security guard.
they were like, and then finally, you know, the principal was like, if you calm down, your brother's gonna calm down, because they locked my brother in a room, and he was like kicking desk over and stuff.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my
so they
God.
locked him in a room, and they're like, if you calm down, he'll calm down. And then I was like, I don't know, it was the way he came at me. He really just the way he talked to me. You know, he said, I don't want to hurt you. And he's all, I'm not trying to hurt you. And then two, when he was just like, hey, if you calm down, your brother will calm down. He said it just like that. And that's when I was like, okay. And he's like, I'm going to put your hands behind your back, and we're going to walk to the office. And I was like, okay. And then just like that.
Yeah.
And then me being, you know, punk rock, he puts my hands behind my back, and he's like squeezing the life out of my hands. And as we're walking, I'm like, I'm gonna go out in style. And I was like, I was like just looking at people, sticking my tongue out at people, like, what? Yeah, I did it. I don't care. And then we go in the office, and I'm cool, you know. I got suspended for like 6 days.
Did your brother get in
no.
trouble too?
Yeah, he got suspended for like
So you
2
guys
days.
got to be suspended together.
Damn.
Yeah.
Played Xbox for a week. That's
Yeah.
great.
I hate
No
video
one's in
games.
trouble.
I hate video games.
Shapel, what the hell's wrong with you, man?
I hate video games.
We can only hang out at comedy clubs and places like this. I can't do much else with you.
Yeah,
I'm a sports guy. I play video games. I take naps.
yeah.
And I drink beer.
I don't drink.
Yeah, we got nothing in common. I don't know how we get
I have
along.
nothing in common with you, but you're great.
Yeah.
Dude, that is...
Oh, you can come over and jump on my
Crazy, man.
trampoline. I have trampoline.
Yeah.
We could do that, you know.
All right, well, hey, enjoy your friendship. You just took my place.
Right.
Thanks.
You took
I don't have
another.
a friend anymore. Yeah, so that was probably the craziest thing in high school that I've done, and
Wow.
that was probably like the last time I ever.
So much chaos for there not being a fight.
Yeah, I know. Dude,
Did he
I was-
say anything to you after that?
The kid?
Yeah.
He took off. He took off.
But
and
ever
then-
again, like...
left
Yeah.
school
Oh, he was
forever.
Yeah, I just saw him recently.
Really?
Yeah,
Did
I
you
saw him
And-
at a wedding.
Oh, really? What
Yeah,
a
and I
place.
was like, hey. No, I'm just kidding. Am I a wankster now? Look at me now.
He probably
I'm
never
buff.
came back to
I was
school.
like a little scrawny punk rocker.
Yeah.
And I was like, now I'm buff.
Dude, that's awesome.
No, it
That's
was
so
no, it was
funny.
cool though. No, I mean, like I like like I said, I'm just so much for people that I
Yeah,
just...
dude. You're like the nicest person I've ever met. It's weird.
Why does everyone say
Because
that?
it's true.
You're nice.
You're always smiling and laughing, and you're friendly. It's creepy, dude. You're
Well,
creepy.
I know, right? I know. But I don't know. I just feel like there's... Shit could be worse in life,
Fuck
you
yeah,
know?
it can.
Like, I don't know. I have friends that, like, you know, they'll wake up and complain, like, oh, my gosh, I didn't have my coffee this morning or something like that. And I'm like, dude, it's coffee.
Yeah, right?
It's a drink. You're alive.
Yeah, dude, totally.
That's one way of looking
You know
at
what
it.
I mean? Like, that's seriously how I think of things, you know, like, you know, because I lost, you know, my childhood friend, you know, my best friend since childhood, and longest friendship I ever had, and then, you know, losing my brother. So, I've learned from these things. I could easily, just go off the deep end, easily go off the deep end. But, I decided to take a different route and just enjoy what is right here in front of me, and, it's just the simple things in life that I just really, really like.
Fuck, for sure.
You know?
For sure, dude. That should be a lesson for everybody. Everybody listening to this. Fucking smile more.
Yeah, seriously, like, and like I ride my bike everywhere. I wave at everybody, because I mean, it's just, I feel like, that one wave could help someone out that day.
Do you wave
Yeah,
at people,
so,
Kev?
Yeah, but like as a joke.
Hey, I'm mocking you.
Yeah. I kind of do.
I always wave at the crosswalk lady at my kid's school because I've never met her, but I see her every day. And I
Yeah,
feel like
it's
it's just rude not to wave.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she waves right
Now
back.
I'll
too.
wave at people
Yeah.
like if they're walking on the
Yeah.
street, I'll wave
Yeah.
and like honk my horn so they look like, do I know that person? Like as I drive, I look in the rear view and they're like looking, oh, what the fuck was that? And I just laugh to myself in the car.
Yeah. So it's just like, I don't know. I
That's
just
the
like,
things I like.
I don't know. Just be good to people. People be good to you.
Yeah,
Like if
dude,
you,
for sure.
you
Oh, so speaking of that,
yeah.
be good to people and people will be good to you.
You promise?
Did you hear about the girl in Kenya
No.
that's not being good to people?
Tell me.
Actually, she kind of is, but then she's being horrible. She's like 19. She goes to college somewhere in Kenya. And she got drunk one night. Some guy had sex with her. She got HIV.
Oh.
So,
Is she from the States?
no. I don't
Oh,
think
she's
so.
from
Yeah,
Africa.
I think
Okay.
so. Yeah, she had to be because her English is awful.
Oh, okay.
And I just read it. You know? No,
I'm just
It
kidding.
was just a bunch of
She's
shots.
in Kenya. So.
So to get back at everyone for
Oh,
her
like-
contracting HIV, she's giving it to as many people as she
as
can.
many.
Ooh.
She has sex with 4 guys a day, and she said she's given it to 324 people. 156 of them go to her college, and she wants to get to 2,000. That's her goal, to contract 2,000 people with HIV. Now, she's admitted it.
Yeah.
I'm sure all these people can get tested and great. Is that murder?
Yes, that
It
is
is?
attempted murder. In
Is
the
it?
States, yes, it is.
You know what?
That's illegal.
That's illegal, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's just
There's no cure for it,
horrible.
and people potentially die from it.
yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, is that...
Yeah.
She's murdering people, I guess, but it's taking a lot longer.
Yeah. I know,
Fucked up,
right?
though, right?
Oh, dude, that's the worst thing ever,
Yeah.
you know?
So they put this story out, and there's a picture of her now. If anybody gets contracted from here on out, you're just an idiot.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Or
She's
you
not
could,
horrible looking. She's not good looking either.
or you could just not be a slut.
She said, she's like, I used to be a good girl, did this one thing, and now I just, fuck it, I'm a bad person now. And she's
How
totally
did they
cool with
find her?
it. I don't know. I think maybe she came to them. I have no idea.
Hey, I'm coming to you.
Yeah, I got a story
This
for
is
you.
my terrorist act. That's what she,
Right?
Not that she has a southern accent. This is my terrorist act. I got this
That's a-
disease.
That's like your rock act.
All right.
crazy, dude,
I'm
right?
giving it to you.
Dude, it's crazy.
Come get it.
That's so scary.
Yeah,
4
that's,
people a
yeah,
day, dude. I have trouble finding one a year.
Exactly.
That would cut right into your nap schedule. You're safe, Kevin. You are safe.
You are safe. Yeah.
Don't worry.
I know.
You are not at risk.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't be like that either. I'm not like no. I have to know you.
You're going to start taking naps. I
I
know.
have to know you.
Yeah, before I start napping with you.
I have to know you. Yeah.
That's a
Wait.
horrible story. I can't end on that note.
No, I know. It is an awful
And
story.
we've been on for a while, but
Dude, I
it's like
told
we have
Shapel.
you here now.
I told
wanna,
Shapel, I'm like, when we get you in,
get
let's
it all
just
out
book
of you.
7 hours.
Yeah.
Because when him and I get talking, dude, we just start going
can
and
break it up
fucking
into 2 different
long time
weeks.
passes.
Yeah, there's a lot about me.
You have to come back again.
Oh yeah, I
Oh
would love
shit,
to.
yeah,
God.
dude. Where can people find you at? Like,
Oh.
can they follow you on the internet? I'm not like here.
Psych
Not in
location.
the dark.
The address to the studio is if you get down here in the
Where
next
can you
15
find me?
minutes.
As far as
Your shows.
Facebook,
show,
Twitter.
oh
shows,
yeah,
everything.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Wait, you said it wrong. It's where can we follow you? That
Yeah, where
sounds
can we
equally
follow?
creepy.
Yeah, where can you?
I
Where are
don't,
you?
whatever, dude.
Yeah, and then as far as shows, my next one is at Tempe Improv.
Oh, when?
I want to go.
Hell yeah.
May 14th, Wednesday.
Let's go.
All right.
That's my next gig.
Wait.
You're
All
not
right, I'll
busy
figure
on
it
a
out.
Wednesday.
I'll figure it out.
It's
If I have my son or
Wednesday.
not. If I have my son.
Bring
Yeah.
him. He can drive.
I have brought him there once. He sat in the
I'll
green
go
room
with-
one
I'll
time.
go.
Yeah,
Bring him.
so yeah,
When
that's the next thing
Caparulo
for
was
me, but-
performing.
That's cute that they let him go in.
Yeah.
Eh.
Did they let him? I don't know. When the headliner's like, it's cool. Just hurry up. Get him in here. All right.
Bring your son to work day.
Yeah, right.
This is what I do for work.
All right, I'm going to try and find you on Twitter right now.
He's going to follow you.
At Shapel
even though
Lacey.
you're right here.
I know.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you a story that happened to me right before I came here. I was getting my nails done, not these.
I'm a racial dude with a rock and roll attitude.
I'm a radical dude.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a racial dude. Racial radical. I see what you're thinking.
I know, that's why I don't read.
I-
God
He
damn
can't-
it.
he can't-
It does say
he
radical. I
needs
feel
just
like an asshole.
No, don't feel like. Wait.
That's like my biggest
I'm going to
saying.
tell you a
Holy
story,
shit,
and then
dude.
you can
Yeah, that's
decide
it.
if you're an asshole or not. I
Yeah.
mean, I know
That was
you're an asshole, but that's
horrible.
me personally. All right, so I'm getting
I'm
my
a
nails done, and this
radical
guy
dude.
walks in to the nail place, really
me.
quiet, and he's got like a turban and you know,
Yeah,
some,
yeah.
I don't know what he was, but he
Yeah.
was. I don't know, whatever you wear.
Not from here.
Not from here. Okay, so he comes in and he's got like a backpack, like a messenger bag. So he starts speaking in a different language, really loud, just to the nail place, and then he says, like, puts his hand up and like waves and walks out.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm done. This is it. He's dying at the nail place. He's gonna bomb this place right out. Yes, exactly. What
See
he
ya.
did. I'm
That's the
waiting
only
for
words you
him
know.
to
See ya.
pull out the cell phone detonator. Nothing.
Yeah.
He just walked by. So everybody starts laughing at when he leaves. Like, oh, thank God, because I was start like sweating. I'm like, Jesus, but you know. So they say he comes in all the time and he tries to sell his advice for $20.
What?
I can't speak your language, but this
They
is my
wanted
advice.
them.
Let me advise you to stay away from the airport on May 14th.
I was so
And-
happy. They started
Any
laughing.
surrounding
I was
areas.
so happy. I'm like, oh, thank God. They know him. You know, because I'm like, this is it. I'm bombed. That's it. And
don't
right
think-
after that, the police showed up. So he was running around the whole strip where I was at and
Yeah.
doing a blah, 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 walking out.
Yeah.
So somebody was like, you scare me like a terrorist.
Yeah,
So they
I
called the
don't
police.
think he's gonna. I don't think the first spot he's gonna go for is a nail.
That's what I was
Right.
hoping. That's
I'm
what I
looking
was
to
hoping.
kill about 6 to 10 people.
Right.
And maybe he walked
He's my way
in and
into
he's
this.
like, you're too small of a crowd. I mean, there was a Fry's, the nail place, a dry
Yeah.
cleaners, you know, so he really had his pick.
Yeah.
Maybe he decided. But if that was you guys, would you not want to like jump to that racist decision and go, ooh,
Would I?
he looks like he wants to bomb this place up?
I think
Or-
every time you're on an airplane, the first thing you do is look around to see who's on it,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And that's, look, I guess I'm a racial profiler, and if somebody looks like, I think a terrorist looks like, then, you know, I question getting on that flight, but then again, I'm like, I'm not
Yeah.
super important.
Yeah.
I'm not super important. What do they want with me?
You don't want to pay for another flight because, you know.
Yeah, I know, I just
So
want to get where I'm going,
expensive.
dude. I hate these airports anyways. Plus, I'm drunk as shit. It's the only way I get on a plane.
Yeah. Me too.
So
I'm
who knows?
terrified
Maybe
to
this guy
fly.
looks totally normal. I'm just fucking with myself in the head.
Oh, I could clock out before takeoff.
Oh, you can?
Anywhere,
I
like
used to
I
get
could
that
be,
kick
I
in
could be
one.
flying just to California and I'll fall asleep. I
Damn.
could have had all the sleep
That's a
I've
gift.
had that day,
Yeah?
and yeah, it's just because it's just traveling, and I know it's gonna be like.
Does
long,
it lull
so-
you to
yeah.
sleep, the
And
plane?
so I'm like,
I'm the same way. I can
That's
sleep just
awesome.
right
Yeah.
away on the plane, and I don't nap.
Yeah.
No offense, Kev.
Hey, none taken. I get it.
I'm jealous. Don't
I
get me
take
wrong.
up everyone's naps for them. I love it.
I used to nap till you started.
Oh,
Now I
God,
can't.
it's so good.
You know, I stopped napping so I can give you my time.
That's a gift from us to you.
Thank you.
I'm just, selfless. You
Yeah,
know?
I was down to a half-hour napping, and then Chappelle said he was bowing out, and Ann said she was bowing out. Now I'm in an hour and a half. It feels great.
I like to pay it forward.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's so crazy you looked me up on YouTube.
Why?
You didn't see that ESPN interview, huh?
No,
That one's dumb.
I saw
Now
you.
we're gonna
Now
look it
I'm
up.
gonna
Everyone look it
stalk the shit out of you now.
That's a
I
funny
looked
one.
up the two. I saw you do two stand-ups, two different ones.
Yeah.
One was from like a while ago. That was the cricket
Yeah.
thing. That was funny. And then the one you did where you said how you got in a fight with the guy and you hit him down on the ground and you humped
Oh,
him.
yeah.
Oh, dude, that is
I
so
love
funny.
that. That is
God, that is so
technique.
funny.
That'll
And
mess someone up.
you
I'm
know
not gonna
what's
kick
funny?
your ass.
You know what's funny is that joke kind of catches people off because it's like, what? Why would this guy hump this guy? And then once I explain it, that's when I'm like,
Yes.
Yeah.
damn, that's good.
Dude, it was so
That was great.
funny. You're going to remember me. Or you're going to think of me. Whatever you say, dude,
Yeah,
it's
it's like,
so
you're gonna
funny.
think of me. I just humped you. I just humped your buddy.
You're gonna think
Look
of
at-
me
look at your
forever.
buddy. Yeah.
That's brilliant. I like that a lot. Kevin, you should learn that technique. I've never been in a fight.
Humping?
I hope. No, like
Oh,
the
I
fighting.
tickle people.
Yeah, he's
I'm the tickle
kill him
monster.
with kindness.
That's my UFC
Yeah,
name.
like my last altercation, like actually like hitting someone, has been a really long time. Like I could never imagine hitting someone.
Mine was
again.
kindergarten.
Yours? Oh, yours.
Yeah,
was?
yeah. I'm such a pussy, dude. You have
Yeah.
no idea.
Well,
I have, like, you know how people have nightmares where it's like, I had this nightmare where I was in a horror thing and got stabbed and all this shit. People were chasing me. Mine's like, no, I was in a club and these guys wanted to kick the shit out of me for some material I did, and I just tried to figure out a way to get out without them seeing me to kick the shit out of me. That's my nightmare. It's like so I don't get the shit kicked out of me. I wake up
That's
like, oh
not
my
even
God,
a scare.
are they in the house? Are they in my house? I feel like they're in my house. They're here waiting for me.
The Scottsdale guys, they're here.
Yeah, it's not a scare at all, but hey, that's my fear, bro.
That's funny, man. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't do adult fights. I'm such a wuss, man. I think
Dude, honestly, like, and I don't either. And like, even like, everyone's like, "But you're a big guy." I was like, people learn things. People go to classes
yeah.
right.
to learn how to freaking fight,
Yeah.
how to do crazy stuff to people.
And now that like UFC is huge,
Yeah,
just
and
random
you know
people
what I
are
mean?
learning how to do it.
Random people are going to these martial art
Yeah.
gyms and just
Killing it.
Yeah, it's
Killing
not
it. I'm
standing
like-
up on your feet and throwing some random wavy punches. It's
Yeah.
like I can do that, but this guy in front of me just jujitsu'd me to the ground and now is choking me while
He
breaking my
knows
right arm.
Matrix.
exactly.
Yeah,
He
I'm
dodged
like I
a
thought
chair
this was
I
a
threw at
fight.
him.
Like you said something about me, I said something about you. We didn't laugh, so it's like, dude, we should fight.
Yep.
It's so uncomfortable.
know.
That's why I smile at everybody. You know, I just mind my P's and Q's. Just put a smile on my face. No one's gonna hit that. They're like, oh, he's so jolly. And it's also because of the TV shows I like to watch.
What? What do you watch?
I like. All right, don't judge me, but I like the Andy Griffin Show.
Okay.
I like
Mayberry.
Brady Bunch.
Okay, so happy.
I like this show called Mama's Family.
Yeah.
From way back.
Yeah,
Mama's Family.
yeah.
I liked that show.
Yeah.
I like all those shows.
Yeah, exactly. Leave It to Beaver. You can't go wrong with that.
Never.
Are
Yeah.
these in black and white?
Yeah.
Some of them.
Yeah, some of them.
Okay.
And then I like all old Western shows. I like Bonanza.
Gunsmoke.
Gunsmoke,
Bonanza.
yeah,
I used
yeah.
to watch those.
Yeah, I like that stuff too. You know, I could get down on that. But yeah, I watch a lot of old TV shows. I only watch one recent TV show,
What is it?
Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, it's the best, dude.
Yeah, that's the
I've been trying to
that
get her
show.
to watch
I'm
it.
going to.
Get on it. Because like, and it's
will
funny
say.
because they don't even let black people in their club. But I'm like, man, I wish I was in that.
Yeah,
club.
dude, totally.
Gotta learn it.
Totally.
Whatever they're doing, just
Yeah.
focus.
I know, like,
Were they arms dealers or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Essentially.
yeah, yeah.
All right,
Oh,
there you
it's
go.
such a good show.
Yeah, it
man.
really is. And I'm
I
like,
think-
man.
Okay, I'm gonna start watching it.
Yeah.
This was season 5
Oh.
or 6.
Season 6, season 7 is coming up.
Okay, that's supposed to be the last one.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the last one.
Damn
That's
it.
that's the most recent.
That's
show I
wait,
watched.
was it 7? When he said he only planned for 7 seasons or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Is that what it was?
Dude, his show just got so high in demand. Like people,
You
were just
can't
like,
find
Is
it
it
other
good
than
right away,
Netflix.
or
It's
do you
not
have to-
on the internet.
Yeah, no.
It's
Like
good
they
right
hide
away?
that shit from
Yeah.
everyone.
Really?
Yeah.
Is will it catch my attention right away? Everybody watch.
It caught
Yeah.
my attention right away because they get you in.
Dude.
Yeah.
'Cause you're like,
And then they
"What?"
build the characters, and you start
Yeah.
to like really, really like these guys.
Yeah.
And hate other people, and it's just the one thing that's gets me with that show is like, dude, every season they get fucked somehow. Like,
Yeah.
you can't get away from this. I know it's TV
Yeah.
and it's fake and all that
Yeah.
shit, but I'm like, God damn it,
But
guys,
if you really
just
think
ease
about
up.
it, think about that lifestyle though. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Like
For
that
sure.
that probably is like that's probably normal for, those type of guys, lifestyle. I see Hell's Angels all the time and I'm like, oh,
I do too.
yeah.
I do too.
I
love
get
it.
so
They're
excited
scary.
even though they would never let me in their club. I'm just like, hey, I can't even ride a bike to begin with, but I'm
Yeah.
like, oh dude, there's Hell's Angel.
Hey, I rode a motorcycle, not a motorcycle, a scooter, a week ago.
All right, whatever.
Really, really hard.
I rode a motorcycle. Well, actually, it was a scooter.
I thought it was going to be so easy, and it was really hard. So I can't even imagine what it's like to ride a bike. That's all I'm saying.
No, I don't know. I've never been on one.
Have you?
But
It was really hard.
I've been on one time. My buddy's dad came to pick us up from the bar. We were
You're
drunk,
like, no.
and he rode each of us one by one.
That's why you don't drink. You'll end up on the back
that's
of a scooter.
awesome.
Yeah.
I do stupid things when I'm drunk.
Yeah.
I hold a guy's waist
Yeah.
while he rides me around on a bike.
He was like, grab my shoulders. I was like, and then he started going, and I was like, okay, I'm wrapping my arms around your waist.
It was a little harder than I thought it
I was like, okay, I'm holding on tight. He was like, yo, you can loosen up there. I'm like, nope. It's gonna be as gay as ever. I don't care. I don't care.
Awesome.
People can
That
take
is
pictures of this. We're brightening people's days right now. I saw two dudes. The dude in the back had the dude's waist.
He was just smiling at me, waving. Oh man! All right, we got to wrap this up, dude. We're getting into my nap time.
Oh yeah. What time is it?
Yeah, how long have we gone?
An hour and a half.
Oh, we got plenty more time. No, Shapel, we're having you back, dude, for sure. Yeah. This has been fucking awesome and so much fun and insightful. Everybody that's listening, May 14th, a Wednesday at 10 p.m. Improv, go see Shapel because he's so fucking funny. And he's like the nicest dude in the world. So watch him, laugh, then after the show, introduce yourself, and he'll sit and talk with you, I guess.
I'm running for president, by the way.
You got that.
Yeah, man. So, Shapel, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Of course. Anytime.
All right. Everybody says that. Oh, man, anytime. And I'm like, dude, can you do Friday?
Not that time.
No, dude, I'm seriously like, I'm pretty open, like,
Dude, this was dope. This is the first time we've recorded during the day. It feels great.
I'm an early person.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I am.
You are. I'm not.
You're not? Oh.
Nah.
No.
I could wake up in the morning and be like, hey, how we doing?
Of course.
6 a.m., all right, yeah. 5 a.m., yeah.
I just came from breakfast. It takes me a while.
All right, guys. We're going to sign off for this week. We'll see you guys next week. We've got, who's in next week? Rob Maybe. And then after that is Josh Graves. We got great comedians coming in and bullshitting with us. And then we'll have Shapel come back on. And it's just fucking awesome. This is fun, dude. This is an hour and a half of just fucking laughing and fun.
Right on.
So thanks, guys. See ya.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This has been another proud production of the Four-Eyed Radio Network. You want to see more shows, go check out www.foureyedradio.com, you winker.